Welcome into the live stream, guys. I'm having to, guys, here we are live streaming again, and we are having to, all right. All right, I guess that looks good. All right, guys, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome into a late night live stream from me. It is 11 o'clock. Angel Kitty, hey, welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. How are you? We had to adjust camera angles again and change the easel and everything to accommodate the Switch Lite. And today, guys, Destiny Garden, hi, welcome in. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. So today, and I should say tonight, is something a little bit different. If you were unaware, we have a new ACNH challenge coming out tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. This is going to be launching on the Pat's channel, Nintentalk. He is actually the creator of the ACNH Hard Mode Challenge, and we are coming out with a new challenge. It's called Rags to Riches. So he's going to be launching all of that stuff tomorrow on his channel. And it looks really cool. It looks really cool. So obviously I have my Switch that I have my hard mode island on called Bluestone, which I absolutely love. That's something that we all created together, playing live streaming starting back in January. And I've gotten to the island to a really good point, and I'm really basically just kind of trying to complete the museum as well as trying to see all the seasonal holidays. Otherwise, we're pretty much done on Bluestone. Um, One thing that I do know is that part of the Rags to Riches, you'll not be able to go to Treasure Islands, and you will not be able to participate in the Happy Home Paradise. So that's another reason why I decided that I would keep my island ACNH Hard Mode Island, Bluestone, because I have actually installed the Happy Home Paradise um, on that Switch. And that is something that I still want to play. Guys, I got that on my birthday. And yeah, I haven't played it yet. Guys, life is just busy. Life is just busy. But, anyways, I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Tonight, I'm hoping that this is going to look okay. Guys, can you see the, let me see if I can adjust the camera angle just a little bit more. I'm just going to adjust you guys. I think that looks a little bit better. Guys, can you see that okay? So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to do a live stream tonight where we're going to go back through and just look at all of my saved photos and screenshots and videos. There's 337 of them. I'm going to just kind of go back through them and take a look at them and talk about them just a little bit before I delete Grand Union permanently. So, yeah, guys, we're going to delete the island. We're going to be moving forward with the Rags to Riches challenge for ACNH Rags to Riches, and I'm looking forward to it. So stay tuned for a live stream tomorrow with that. But guys, let's get started. You've been playing Disney Dream Life, Angel Kitty? Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so I actually got home this afternoon, and I had talked to Pat a little bit and kind of had checked everything out. And I decided to take an afternoon nap, which actually was 4 hours long. So I have some raspberry tea here that I made the other day. So I'm kind of sipping that, no coffee this late at night, but sipping at some raspberry tea. And yeah, so we are good to go. We're good. We're good to go. The picture looks fine, looks pretty good. I did the tour, the Grand Union DA, a few months ago. Oh, very nice. Awesome. In fact, actually, I believe there is the dream address saved in this picture too. So let's get started. Yeah, the picture does look pretty good. Yeah, we can see everything. Hey, Sassy Granny, how are you? Welcome in. I am Ernie. Ernie, Grand Union is a thing of the past. It's time to move forward with something fun and exciting and stop living with yesterday's memory. All right, so let's get started. So, guys, this is the very first picture I ever took on my island. This is the very start of Grand Union. This is actually, I think we had already named the island at this point, but off to my right is Sheldon, who was my jock starter villager, and then Paula was my sisterly bear starter villager. And of course, we have Tom Nook in the middle with Timmy and Tommy. We are visiting resident services when it was still in its tent with Tom Nook, and I believe that is Timmy. Hard to tell. And here we are outside at resident services when it was still in its infant stage. We had the bulletin board and we had the resident services in its tent. And there's Chuck's starter outfit. I had a little sailor shirt, guys. Almost all in blue, of course. Almost all in blue. Mermaid, hey, Robbie, how are you? Welcome in. Nice to see you. It's been a while since I've seen you, Robbie. I hope you're doing well. We're doing a little late night stream tonight. I am kind of going through my pictures in my Grand Union album before we end the chapter of Grand Union. Guys, here's my house. Does it look familiar? The yellow house with the blue roof. I think that's what my house looked like on Bluestone too when it started. It's kind of fun to see this stuff. All right, so this is Sheldon's starter home, or this is my starter villager, Sheldon, my jock villager. So he was up to the left of resident services. And then this is Paula's house. She was my sisterly bear villager. She was my starter villager. You can see I had started kind of decorating. I had a little birdhouse out to the right of her house. And guys, if you know, you know. Guys, if you know, you know. The torches and the giant bonfire never moved the entire time that I played on Grand Union. So all of my different variations of moving houses around and buildings around, these were the three items that never actually physically moved on the island. I think the torches ended up moving, I think, a little bit closer to the beach, if I'm not mistaken. But the three items pretty much stayed exactly where they are, which I found kind of funny when I had noticed that a while back. All right, Blathers is here. We have the tent, which is cool. Oh, guys, you're going to get to see live footage of Chucky's house inside. You know, Ernie, it was a last minute decision to kind of do this live. I was just going to do a video of it and put it out. And I said, you know something? I'll do it live. That way, if anybody is up and wants to check it out, I would share that with you guys. And otherwise, people could watch it later on. But I wanted to kind of document all of my pictures. I really didn't want to miss out on this. Oh, Robbie, you should. It's going to be a lot of fun. It is not something that's going to be able to be done quick. Even if you time travel, which I guess time travel is not going to be like as restrictive as it was, um, you're just not going to be able to. People are going to be burnt out if they're going to be trying to like speed run the challenge, Rags to Riches. So it's going to be really cool. Definitely something that isn't just going to be done in a month or two. All right, well, here's Chucky's house, guys. We have the bell rug, which I think was a gift from Tom Nook, if I'm not mistaken, for the bells. And of course, we have his little cot, my box with my radio, my little box of tissues, my Nintendo Switch, my world map. We have my coffee table with my cactus and my little candle on it, and then, of course, my fan so I can sleep at night. And then I'm not sure. Oh, my lantern's over here in the bottom right corner, guys. And that is, guys, I was pretty fancy even back then, guys. Look at that little house. Look at how fancy that is for a starter home. Okay, guys, this was in the beginning. I didn't have my glasses yet, so I look very off-brand. I can't wait to get my oval glasses in the new game. All right. So there we are. We have an evening view of the museum, an evening view of resident services. Oh, guys, here we are visiting Blathers. I think this was like one of my first visits. He was in reading his book. The tent is really cool. I like all the different little things. It's such a neat beginning of the game, you know what I mean? I mean, of course, obviously the new museum is pretty incredible. In fact, I wonder, guys, like when you look at all this stuff here, you know how when you're in the bug exhibit, there's like that office that's way in the back? I wonder how much of this stuff that's here actually ends up over in that office space. I never really noticed. But this is really cool. So that is Blather's tent inside. And guys, if you know, I was talking about Dizzy just the other day, and here's my boy Dizzy, my lazy starter villager, and Paula, my sisterly villager. They're singing, having their best life here on Grand Union. And Sahara's in the background trying to sell her rugs and wallpaper. And guys, you can see I've already started stockpiling all my bugs. Isaac, how are you? Welcome in. Nice to see you tonight. All right. And guys, oh guys, I've changed my little top and I got my glasses on now. And we have our official Grand Union red dot flag. Very excited about that, guys. Very excited about that. We have a nice evening time at Grand Union. I think this is one of my first experiences with Mabel before the Able sisters actually came to the island. So she's here selling her different shoes and tops and bottoms, which is kind of cool. And guys, it looks like it's actually raining on Grand Union, reminiscent of Bluestone lately. And let's see, we have. So this is my starter village of Mary. Guys, I was super excited to get Mary. Guys, do you remember back at the beginning of Animal Crossing? there was just something that happened that like Mary became just like this coveted peppy cat villager. Like we had the like we had the new villagers for Animal Crossing. They didn't even have amiibo cards at the time. Um, but Mary was like one of the top coveted, like original villagers. So I was super excited to have her on my island. But this is her starter home, which actually looks very much like Bengal's starter home on Bluestone. But it was her birthday, and it was June 29th. So Mary's birthday is June 29th, and Disney was here. They were celebrating her birthday together. All right. And they're having a grand old time for themselves. I always enjoyed like coming and celebrating my villagers' birthdays with them, with the exception of Cephalbot. Well, we won't talk about him. He's a different island. Oh, guys, look at this. The original crew of Grand Union. All right, so starting over on the far left-hand side, we have Ken, who was my very first ever campsite villager. We have Dizzy, my lazy elephant villager. Behind Dizzy is Alice. Alice was my very first normal starter villager. To the right of Alice is Tom. Tom is a cranky cat villager. And then, of course, we have Paula, my starter villager. Myself, Tom Nook, and Isabel was here at this point. We have Mary here on the right-hand side. She was my Peppy starter villager, and then also Sheldon, my jock villager. Now, I believe you can see a couple of feet behind that tree, guys, on the very far right-hand side behind Mary. I believe that is Tipper. And Tipper was my very first snooty cow villager on the island. So we're here commemorating the setup of the campsite. So I think we had already had the campsite built, and Ken arrived on the island, and then I held the ceremony. That's why Ken is already here. Everybody's all excited, guys. Guys, this is the Woodland Trail on Grand Union. And there is Tipper. Oh, guys, I got it right. I could kind of tell by her white and her white feet with the yellow hoofs and the little black spot. It's like, I think that's Tipper. Guys, it's been so long. It's been like 3 years. All right, so up in the back, guys, in the back, we have the starting crew, Paula, Sheldon, and myself, Chuck. We have Alice and Tom Nook and Isabel in the front here on the left. We have Dizzy and Mary. And then we have Ken in the back. We have Tipper, and we have Tom over on the right. So we have 2 Toms on the island. How about that? And I'm kind of glad I remembered to do this, guys. So we were celebrating the opening of the ramp. And this is where the campsite was up here on the top, guys. So you walked all the way out on the Woodland Trail and you ended up in the campsite in the back right corner of the island. And this was on the northeast side of the island. And we have KK here. Is there anybody else? Oh, on the very bottom left-hand corner, guys, Willow has arrived on the island. I think she was one of the last homes to be built on the island as part of the original 10 homes. And there we all are hanging out together. Angel Kitty, Tom is one of your favorite crankies. Very cool. Yeah, Angel Kitty, I was super excited. Mary was like legit my starter villager. I had 2 cats on my island, like right off the start. And guys, I think I've said it before. You've heard me talk about it before. You know, for me buying a Switch Lite and picking up the game and playing the game for my first time, I was honestly, I was so fortunate. I had such an amazing group of villagers, and I had such a great island layout. Um, it was the perfect island. Like I did very little terraforming. I think the very first year I had the game, and then I kind of challenged myself in the second and third year to kind of try to tear everything apart and put it back together again. All right, we are commemorating the bridge. So this is the bridge that is connecting over by the Zen Garden. So I can see that there's the Zen Garden up in the back. Okay, yeah, that's Ken's house back there, guys. And this is also to the right here where Paula and Sheldon are on the right-hand side. That's the Woodland Trail. And then the area where I'm standing eventually turns into the apple orchard before we started terraforming. Guys, it's been a while since I've seen this. I'm like looking at this, like trying to place where this is on my island. And of course, we take our photo, guys. All right. We have, guys, we finally have Nook's Cranny established. We have all of our villagers here. It's great to see everybody turn out for the for all the different events. All right. Everybody's having a grand celebration of the Nook's Cranny. We have Mary and Tom hanging out together at Resident Services. What a beautiful nighttime shot, huh, guys? Nighttime on Grand Union. Apparently, I had a couple of messages I hadn't read on the board. And we are visiting Dizzy's house. And I think I specifically took this picture because of. Let's see if we can do it, guys. Yeah, there we go. So, just to my left, guys, is an owl on his little bookcase. And, guys, if you didn't know, I'm a huge fan of owls. And that actually is like the epitome of the kind of owls that I like. I like that kind of whimsical, carved. A lot of times they're like, you can get like the salt and pepper shakers that look like that, or um, different figurines or statues or bookends. So I have quite a few different owl things. But I was kind of excited to see that in the game, so I took a picture of that. And there's a little close up of it, guys. I was all excited. I finally got a villager photo, guys. We got my boy Sheldon. He gave me his photo. And we also have our cuckoo clock hanging up on the wall. KK is here. And, guys, we had a full house at the KK concert. We had Dizzy hanging out, sitting next to me. Guys, we have Midge, my normal bird villager, who also was on Bluestone. We have Willow and Tipper sitting next to each other, both of my snooty villagers hanging out together. And we're just hanging out listening to KK. And now, guys, apparently I had 3 messages I hadn't checked on the communication board because there's 3 little owls sitting up there. This is when we were trying to get rid of Paula. Paula was starting to become a problem on the island, so I moved her home up here onto the Woodland Trail area, and she became enraged by that, guys, and started throwing things around. So there was tires and tin cans and boots. It was kind of like having Kurt on the island. It was kind of like the precursor to Kurt arriving and all the chaos that ensued when he showed up. She had a nice house, though. Guys, Coach arrived to Grand Union. So we have Coach, Midge, and Tom hanging out. I think they were just singing. Yeah, there they are, guys. I think that's one of the most fun things, guys, when you're running around doing like your different projects on the island and you stumble across your villagers like randomly singing, having a great time for themselves. Are you heading out, Isaac? Have a great night. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Hey, Jan, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. We've been on for about 30 minutes now. And we are just kind of going through our photo album here on Grand Union. All right, so we are here. And guys, I know it looks familiar. We have Mary and Dizzy at a birthday party. And guys, we're at Dizzy's house now. And Mary is here celebrating with Dizzy. Guys, I do have to say, now that I think about it, they actually hung around a lot together. That's kind of interesting. And Dizzy just recently had his birthday, July 14th. And I came back later on in the evening. So, guys, earlier in the day at 8:32 in the morning, Mary was here visiting. Dizzy was just like nonstop party mode. And Sheldon showed up as well. And I came back by. Guys, it's raining. It's raining all the time, guys. All right. Yeah, so this is when we really started like heavily decorating the island. We had our first phone booth, guys, show up on the island. The villagers went wild and demanded additional phone booths of course, as that time went on, and also a little drinking fountain. And just to the south is the airport. And we have our boy Ken. And of course, Lopez, guys, has arrived on the island. Let's see, guys. When was Lopez's arrival? It's either July or August. Let's see. August 11th, guys, was the official beginning of Lopez living on Grand Union. And guys, he's still there. If you can believe that. Our first piece of artwork, if I remember correctly, or this might have been just my favorite picture or piece of art so far, from which it actually is my very favorite piece of artwork out of the entire art exhibit. That's my favorite piece right there. If you were ever wondering, guys, it's that painting right there. Hanging out at the plaza with my boy Dizzy. There we are. And guys, look at this. This is worth it just in itself, guys. This is worth it just in itself. Guys, it's a picture of the museum. Is that not amazing? In fact, guys, why don't we... I'm just going to tilt you guys just a little bit. There we go. Oh, tell me about a Destiny Garden. I really wish that that museum was still a thing. I don't understand why that whole piece got taken out of the game. Because it was really neat having Red come to the island. I think he gave you a piece of artwork initially to give it to Blathers. And then after that, it prompted the expansion of the museum. Once you get your glasses, your decorating got better. Yeah, I would agree with that. So this here, guys, actually, interestingly, this that's a nice picture of the museum too. Um, I was very proud of this fountain, the flowers, the whole garden around the museum. So, Pat used to do live island tours, and this was actually this whole little. Let me go back. This whole setup right here was actually kind of like a snapshot from somebody's island tour. The only thing was is that it wasn't centered around the museum. It was just something that you kind of ran into. So it was kind of like you were coming like from the villager area, and I believe you were coming over to like resident services. And before you got to resident services, this little section was set up there and had it like a seating area and flowers with a fountain. And I really liked it. So I took a snapshot, like a screenshot of it, and then I kind of created it myself, but I wanted it specifically to be like a focal point in front of the museum, which I think it looked really cute. And all the pink flowers. We have Tom, Sheldon, and Mary. They're all hanging out in the evening. Apparently, I finally read all my messages on the communication board, so the owls aren't there anymore. Guys, you can see we have the microphone down in front of resident services. That's the nod to Tom Nook from when he was doing a morning announcements before Isabel got here. And we have an evening shot with Lopez, Dizzy, Sheldon, and Kix is here selling some footwear. And I look very summery tonight, guys. Look at that. Look at Chucky looking all summery with his little plaid shirt and shorts. I'd like to begin our special ceremony celebrating the grand opening of our fancy new museum. And guys, this is the new museum. Yeah, Jan, I have been playing since I bought my Switch Lite back in May, the end of May of 2020. So I started watching Blarla play Animal Crossing in March and April. And that's when I found Pat's channel, because Blarla kind of slowed down actually playing Animal Crossing like live. And Pat was doing a lot of design ideas and doing a lot of island tours and stuff like that. So I started watching his channel and became a channel member later on that year. But I decided to go out. I went to Target down in Salem, and they had the Switch Lite, and they actually had a physical copy of the game. So I ended up buying both of those items, and it was crazy at work with the pandemic. So I want to say it wasn't until like the first week of June that I actually finally like sat down with the game and like got it all set up. It was new technology, guys. It was kind of a challenge to get used to. It's kind of hard to. It's funny to look back and think that this was like difficult to use, but um, it was. I wasn't used to having like a gaming console. All right. Let's see. I'd like to begin our special ceremony celebrating the grand opening of our fancy new museum. Uh-oh, guys. Angel Kitty, look who's here. In the bottom left corner, it's Patty, guys. Patty is here. So we have Patty and Willow. We have Mary and Dizzy and Tom in the back. We have myself, Tom Nook, Blathers and Isabel. And then we have Sheldon, Midge, and Coach. And then behind Midge is Lopez, and then in the very back is Ken. Hey, Swift Silver, how are you? Welcome in. Swift Silver, Grand Union is getting deleted. Today is the final evening. We're going through the photo album because we're getting ready for the brand new ACNH Challenge Rags to Riches starting tomorrow night. So 4 p.m. Eastern, Pat is going to be doing a video drop of the new rules for Rags to Riches, and we'll be able to find out all the details. And I'm getting myself ready to get started with a brand new island. I was actually kind of hoping it was going to be earlier in the day because I have to work on Saturday. But that's okay. I'll just be tired. I'll just be tired. But welcome in, everybody. Hi, Mrs. G. How are you? Welcome in. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you're all having a great evening. I was originally going to do this just as a video, but I really wanted to kind of try to do a live stream and see how this actually looks live streaming. And it doesn't look too bad. So the screen quality looks pretty good, and I can kind of get the screen lined up so you can see everything. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, considering that it's the Switch Lite and the phone, what are you going to do? And I am kind of glad that I ended up keeping the. Yeah, and Mrs. G, I had and my birthday was back in April, and my friend Tammy gave me Happy Home Paradise. So I decided to load that onto my Bluestone Island. And I'm kind of glad I did because one of the other things that kind of prompted me to be able to delete Grand Union was the fact that the rules for Rags to Riches will be um, no Treasure Island, so you can't do any Treasure Islands, and you also cannot do any Happy Home Paradise. So I said, well, Happy Home Paradise is on Bluestone on my other Switch, and I'm still kind of playing Bluestone. We'll see what ends up happening, guys. We'll see what ends up happening. I still haven't even done my dream address for that island yet, so that's something that I do want to do. I know a lot of people have been requesting to be able to come and visit. I just kind of want to get it cleaned up and then do my dream address save. So I want to make sure everything looks presentable for you guys when you come over. I don't want to have 800,000 weeds everywhere and have you guys be like, what's going on here? So we have Lopez's birthday, which is apparently I did an actual photo, guys. So Lopez's birthday, and Midge was here to celebrate with him. Gotta love Lopez, guys. He's still here on my island. Guys, I thought I was so cool putting out the little tables and chairs in front of the plaza. I was actually surprised. A lot of my villagers did actually use those. So we have Coach and Willow and Dizzy all doing their little exercises, guys. Their morning stretch, guys. Before stretching was even a thing. Before 2.0. Oh my god, guys. Look at the coffee bar. Oh, guys, I thought I was all that. I had my espresso machine. Look at the little mannequin in the back. The little mannequin back there. The headless mannequin. Because that was the thing back in 1.0. We got the sugar and creamer, and then we have the little chalkboard sign for the coffee bar. But oh my god, guys, I just thought I was all that. Here's the coffee bar, guys. And my villagers just loved the coffee bar. They loved that, and they loved the phone booth. All right, so we have August 20th. We have Lopez and Midge hanging out. And I believe this was Willow's house, guys, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and here is the beginning of the Grand Union welcoming from the airport, guys. So I kind of set this up to be kind of like a country lane coming in off the airport. So you have the Grand Union branding sign right in front. Now, this was to represent my starter fruit, which was the cherries, and my starter flowers, which were the hyacinths. So that's why I have all of these right here. And this was the start of come off from the airport, and then you go off to the right to resident services, and then over to the left, guys, that's actually the Able sisters. And then you're at the West Side Beach, just to the left. That took me quite a while to put that together, guys. That was pretty challenging. That was pretty challenging. I did really like the fact that I did a water feature later on with a bridge going over to resident services. I thought that was pretty cool. So I was very, my island was very grid structured in the beginning, at least in like the main area of the island. So I was kind of trying to challenge myself to kind of create more angles to navigate around. Oh, look at me. I'm so proud of myself, guys. Look at this. Look at this little smile. He's like, yeah, here I am. You come off the airport, you see the Grand Union branding sign, and what's that in the background, guys? Well, it's a big fountain. And you're like, what's that on the other side of that rock wall? It's a fountain, guys. Yep, that's right. Oh, it must be 6 o'clock, guys. And guys, it's raining. What a surprise. My villagers absolutely loved the microphone on Grand Union. You know what's interesting too, guys? The villagers on Grand Union use the plaza a lot more than the villagers on Bluestone. When I kind of think back about it. I don't know if that was a 1.0 thing or not. Alexi, how are you? Welcome in. Sorry, I got caught up on looking at my photos, going back, walking down memory lane. And here we are, guys. We got the Grand Union branding sign. It's nighttime. Is it raining? I think it's still raining. Uh-oh, construction begins on Grand Union, guys. What am I wearing? A little hippie outfit? I think I'm wearing a little hippie outfit, guys. So we are here with Lopez. This is to the right of his house on that upper level is where the Woodland Trail is, guys. Okay, my house was still down here on the lower beach at that point. There's my little yard right there, right by the coffee bar. Uh-oh. Midge is singing. And guys, there's our first view of Olivia. So we have Dizzy, Midge, and Olivia hanging out at the plaza. And because as we know, Olivia is now a resident on Bluestone, although she does not acknowledge Grand Union at all, because she is a different Olivia. Very cool. Oh, and there she is, guys. Living her best life, guys. Now, appreciate these two photos, because I think this is the only time I ever see her on my island. The rest of the time, she was hiding in the museum. All right, up in the back right, guys, we have Patty and Lopez hanging out, talking together. I'm sure that was an amazing conversation. And there's my house, guys. Excuse the loading screen. Oh, it must have been fall, guys. We have pumpkins. We got the pumpkins going on. We've changed out the flowers to orange. We got the little orange lights on the table. And we have Dizzy and Ken hanging out together. Oh, guys, and Daisy has arrived on the island. Daisy was a really great normal villager. I had her on the island for quite a while. All right, so we got Tom and Patty, Mary. Kix is here selling his goods again, guys. Alexa, you heading out? Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. Heading off to a meeting. Have a good rest of the day. All right, guys, I gotta plug my phone in. Apparently, I did not do that when I started. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. Guys, I think I was just like so excited to see my villagers out singing. As you can tell, I like to record their little serenading that they do. So it must be almost, yeah, we're almost at Halloween, guys. So guys, we have a bunch of photos. We had so much rain, guys. When it finally stopped raining, we actually got a rainbow on the island, which I don't think I'd ever seen before. So we have a couple of photos of this, I'm pretty sure. This is here at the Woodland Trail. And this is in the back of the island behind Tom's house. So it's really cool. And then behind Nook's Cranny, got the rainbow up in the sky. All right, guys. And then in the background, we have the Zen garden. So I'm pretty sure that's Ken's house that's back there. And that's like his little, that's his like own little neighborhood. Basically, at the time, what I did was whose ever house had that kind of that Asian inspired Zen feel. They actually were like the house plot that ended up getting all of like the bamboo trees and all the different Zen items. That's pretty cool. And here we are a little bit closer to Ken's house. And we actually got a rainbow in behind the house too. I didn't notice that before. Nice. And I love that. What do they call that? A bath? The running bath or the pond? I love that little pond. I think that's really cool. Guys, villagers singing again at the microphone. We started having like the little snack center out by the out by resident services. So not only did they have the espresso machine, but they had the snack machine. I think that was right by the airport too. All right. Oh gosh, guys, I forgot about Pippi. Pippi lived on the island for a while. There's our boy Lopez. Got the espresso bar. It's kind of fun to see the seasons starting to change, guys. So we got Sheldon. Oh, guys, Tammy's here on the island now. So you have Tammy and Daisy. Bow Wow. Oh my gosh. And Label is here visiting. Very cool, guys. So where are we at? October 19th, guys. Tammy has arrived on the island. So again, guys, she is a long-standing resident as well, Lopez and Tammy. I had a mustache, guys, for a while. I think this was just before Halloween. Look at all the decorations, guys. I was like a crafting maniac, guys. I was a crafting maniac. I had so many pumpkins growing. It was absolutely crazy. Because you made a lot of money. You just had to turn down the volume. All right, let's see what else we have here, guys. We got our boy Lopez singing here at the plaza. Leaf is in the background. We got some decorations here. Oh, guys, we've added a new pathway down to the airport. It's looking pretty sharp. Guys, I think, and I haven't moved my house yet. I'm still down by the beach. But guys, look at all my pumpkins I have growing. We just had started getting pumpkins. Like that was such a big deal. And you had to water them every day. And then they would grow like 3 at a time, and then you'd be able to pick them all and then make all the DIYs and then make everything and then change everything to like different colors, if I remember correctly. I forget how that worked. It was really cool though. What are you hiding behind the palm tree? What are you doing, Chucky? Guys, look at all the villagers hanging out at the plaza. Having a good old time for themselves. I like the fall in the game, guys. It's very pretty. The trees start to change. Summertime's really nice too. And guys, it's finally Halloween. Jack is here with a trick or treat. And guys, this is my costume I did for myself. Check this out. Check out that costume, guys. I think I'm talking to each of my villagers at this point. And I must have completed everything from Jack because I got the carriage, the pumpkin carriage. Put that in my yard. And I think I came over to scare trick or treat the villagers, but that's Pippi, guys. Yeah, Mary's cat ears with her cat ears. A little bit. They should have fit over the top of her cat ears. That would have been cute. And there's Olivia. And there's Daisy. And we're visiting Tom and Sheldon. And there's Dizzy. To my future loyal minions, I'll be creeping through on October 31st for Halloween, my dear pumpkins. Until then, contemplate this portrait of yours truly and get to work gathering lots of candy, all as all good minions should. Jack, the reigning czar of Halloween. And there's my boy Tom. We're hanging out in front of Resident Services. The crafting definitely was a lot of fun for Halloween with all the pumpkins for sure. Guys, it was like nonstop with that microphone. Like Grand Union, you do not mess with their phone booth, the microphone, or their espresso machine. They'll go crazy, guys. They'll go crazy. The island really had shaped up nicely. There's Tom and Mary hanging out again on the bench. KK's concert's getting a little bit sparse. We just have our boy Sheldon here hanging out. I'm not even sitting down listening, guys. It must be early in the day. I love the autumn tree colors, though. Don't those look awesome? All right, it must be 6 o'clock, guys. Yeah, 6:45. Who lives here? Oh, it was Daisy. So this was Daisy's birthday, guys. And Olivia was here celebrating with her. Daisy was a really great normal villager. I really enjoyed having her on the island. She was probably my very first normal villager that I actually enjoyed having. One of my other favorites, absolute favorites, would be Stella. She's the kind of purpley fuchsia colored sheep. I had her recently on my island. In fact, we'll see pictures of her coming up. But she was one of my favorite normal villagers. Let's see. Oh my God, guys. We have Flick and we have Wisp. And in the very far background, guys, I had a ton of pumpkins planted back there. And that's how I was making my money on Grand Union back in the day. I was working those pumpkins. We have Sheldon and myself hanging out at Resident Services. Nice autumn evening. Oh, guys, it's Turkey Day. Check it out. So in the bottom left corner, we have Pippi, and then we have Sheldon and Lopez, and Dizzy and Olivia. Take a look at that. The tables look really nice, don't they? With the little arrangements and then the little platters on the front. Yeah, I don't know how long Patty stayed on the island. I can't remember now. Ernie had a refresh. Oh, and there's Franklin and Daisy. Thanks to me and also you to some extent. We've got Delicious. He's made something, guys. Delicious clam chowder ready to serve. Let's get cooking. Look at that little face, guys. Look at that little face. So we got the clam chowder, and then we have, what's that, the pumpkin pie? Oh God, guys, the villagers are all excited about the Thanksgiving Day feast. Oh, goodness gracious, guys. Kurt has showed up on the scene. Hey there, it's Turkey Day today, right? I thought I'd do a little cooking to celebrate. Guys, look at his train wreck of a house. Look at his train wreck of a house. And this was before like we actually did like cooking in the game. All right. Oh my God, Jan, remember? He moved so many times on my island. I think he was the villager that moved the most because I kept trying to like relocate him so he'd have to clean up his house and clean up his little land. And oh my gosh, what a mess. Let's get cooking. Oh, so now we're adding the sparkle. We're adding the sparkle to stuff, guys. Everybody's excited. I'm showing off the pictures of all the food. How is it out there? Coming together? It's coming together in here for sure. I'm making something, guys. He's making something. Okay, so all the villagers are excited about the food. Look at them, guys. We got all the sparkle and this pizzazz. All right, I think I just gave her something for her front door, guys. That's definitely something I'm going to do on the next island, guys, is my pathways are going to be 3 wide instead of 2. 3 wide? I think 3 wide. I don't think I want to do 4 wide. But I definitely like more space to run around. My boy Dizzy. He was on the island for quite a while, guys. Where are we now? December? December. We got the Northern Lights, guys, the Borealis. Isn't that beautiful? That is just such a stunning, what a stunning event, guys. I know we have the wallpaper too, so you can actually have that like inside your house. But oh my God, guys, that was just such an amazing. In fact, I wish I had done a live video of this. Maybe I did. I guess not. Oh my gosh, guys, just look at the sky. Isn't that amazing? The colors. There's my pumpkin patch, guys. Wow, that looks so amazing. Look at that, guys. This is up behind Tom's house. And then on the lower level is where the pumpkins are. So this is the third level of the island. And just behind Tom's house off to the right is where my secret beach is, where um, Red eventually comes with his fishing trawler. Oh, it's guys, it's snowing. We finally got the snow. I built my first snowboy. And I think that was the first time I ever built a snowboy, because look, Chucky's actually happy. I'm actually happy building a snowboy, guys. So, obviously that was the first one. Oh, yeah, definitely. Look at that smile. Oh, I'm all excited, guys. That was very short-lived. Oh, guys, look at the holiday decorations. We got the Christmas tree. Chucky, what are you doing? All right. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. I probably should have had the red flowers out here in front, not the orange flowers. That's all right, though. I like how I switched out the trees, guys. I put the the cedar trees out here with the lights. They looked amazing at nighttime. And there's my house. I think I was just putting my Christmas wreath up on the door. Guys, I had full pockets. I had full pockets, guys. Oh, Rooney's here on the island, guys. There he is. My very first ever amiibo card scan onto the island, guys. Our boy Rooney. How about that? I don't think he was on Grand Union all that long, though. But how fun to see him at the plaza. And of course, he's singing, guys. Look at this. That's awesome. That's amazing. Oh, absolutely, Sassy. Um, just the amount of detail that they put into the game with, like, especially like on a windy day when the leaves are blowing and the flowers are kind of blowing, and it's amazing. The detail that they do have in the game is really it's pretty incredible. And it actually runs on the Switch, which is pretty amazing. All right, let's move on forward. So we're here with our boy Rooney. And then Olivia and Rooney are here in the plaza. Apparently, I got very excited anytime I saw my villagers singing, guys. A lot of video recording and a lot of pictures of them singing using that microphone. So we have what, Daisy? Daisy over there in the background. Rooney and Olivia in the plaza. Oh, guys, New Year's. Guys, it's New Year's. Look at everybody. And Dom is finally on the island, guys. Our boy Dom is here. He was one of the new Series 5 villagers. Guys, I was so excited to get him to come to Grand Union. Ooh, the suspense, guys. The suspense. Oh, Happy New Year's, guys. All right, and I guess I didn't do any more recording after that. We just took some pictures. We got the happy. Oh, no, here we go. Oh, guys, getting louder. It's getting louder. "2021, guys. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? That was a while ago. Chucky was challenged, guys, okay? He was just figuring out how to use poppers for the first time. That's too funny. Oh, and there he is with his little champagne glass, guys. I think that's the night Chucky got trashed on Grand Union, guys. I think that's the night Chucky got trashed. All right. If Lopez, Tammy, and Daisy hanging out here at the plaza, doing some singing and entertaining us. Check this out, guys. Oh boy, guys, there's our boy Kurt. If that's not trouble. Mary and Patty hanging out together, doing their peppy stuff. And let's see, whose house is this? Hmm. Hello, mysterious stranger. While rereading my diary the other day, I came across this recipe. Never ceases to amaze me. Sharing is caring, so here you go. It's time to become a DIY legend. Oh, I saved this, guys, because it came from Ken. So at this point, guys, Ken wasn't living on my island anymore. Oh, guys, it's Blair. Guys, it's Blair. Blair's a snooty squirrel villager. Oh, and this is. Oh, guys. Been thinking about moving on. It's not that I hate this place or nothing. Nah, just the opposite. Think I'm getting too comfortable. Want to broaden my horizons, test myself by going elsewhere. And that, guys, was the end of my boy Rooney. Guess I'm the adventuring sort. And there's his empty house block, guys. There he is. House for sale. So this is outside of the museum. And guys, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is Pietro's house. And we have the pave event. think this is the first year for Pave for me. I was obviously, guys, I was very excited about catching the rainbow feather. Oh, guys, this is when Quilson moved out. Quilson wasn't on the island very long, but guys, Quilson was creepy like Biff. He was creepy like Biff. Guys, it was really bad. He no more than walked away, and I started dancing and celebrating. And then he turned around and came back. I never thought this day would come, but I guess... Enjoy your life on Grand Union while I sail away on, hopefully, a luxurious yacht. Okay, so he walks away, guys. I start dancing. And see, he turns around. He comes walking back, guys, and I'm already dancing and celebrating. I didn't even care, guys. I was so happy to get rid of him. I did not like having him on my island at all. I actually like Cephalobot better than Quilson. So this is where Quilson was, out here on the peninsula, way out away from everybody. And apparently his house plot had been sold. And we updated the... What did we update the... Oh, yes. So we updated the espresso machine, the coffee bar. We used the festival stall, which that's actually kind of cool, guys. That's actually really pretty. Jan, are you heading to bed? Have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming in. No Curlos yet, Angel Kitty. Curlos comes in just a little bit, though. He should be here shortly. So there's our boy Pietro next to his house, guys. Oh, so you know something? That house that I mentioned before, the turquoise house, and I says, oh, I think that's Pietro's house. That was Audie's house. Because Audie's house was just to the left of Pietro's house. I had the two kind of turquoise colored houses together in the same neighborhood. We just moved Nook's Cranny, guys. We're celebrating. It's now St. Patrick's Day. We got the Able sisters. I think we're getting ready to move the Able sisters. Look at me running around with my little outfit, guys. That was an expensive outfit. I think each of those pieces are like, what, 2,000 bells a piece? We had the Easter event. Oh, you know something, guys? I was crying because I loaded my game thinking I was going to be playing Bunny Day. This was my first year for playing Bunny Day in 2021. And because 2020, I didn't have the game yet. And when I loaded the game, there was no reference to Bunny Day at all because I hadn't updated the game. And I didn't realize it. I was so upset. Well, we had the little bunny chocolates out front of the houses. And we have the Bunny Day topiaries in the back and the flag. Yes, my boy Dizzy. I think this is just before Dizzy moves off the island. We had our 1-year anniversary cake, guys. 1 year, guys. Happy anniversary. The cherry blossom season is going on. I don't know. Bunny Day is kind of fun. I like the colors. I don't know. I don't like Zipper, but I like the colors. I also don't like all the balloons that fly overhead. I don't know. Do I like Bunny Day, guys? I like Bunny Day, but then I don't like this, and this. The scale doesn't seem to be very balanced. But I'm excited about my little egg. What is that? Egg flower box, guys? I was all proud of myself too. I arranged the bunny topiaries on either side. I thought I was all that. This is where my house used to be, guys, before I moved it up onto the woodland trail. And we turned this into like a conversation park. So I was trying to move the villagers out of the plaza because they were always in the plaza. And when my house was here, like right about where the espresso stand is, the villagers were over around my house all the time. So I decided to move my house and put this little conversation stand here. And I moved the espresso bar over here and a little conversation area, little popcorn machine for everybody. And it was never really that popular. Pietro was trying it out, though. He wasn't even sitting in one of the chairs, guys. He was sitting on one of the little hassocks that you put your feet on. Pietro. Seriously? And this is when I moved the museum to the very back of the island, guys. So for those of you that remember the end of Grand Union with the flower garden and kind of the memorial area for my mom, this is actually where the museum was before the memorial went in. And of course, we have the phone booth off to the right with the park clock, guys. That's kind of like a mandatory presence on my islands now. We are probably having Lopez's birthday again, I'm assuming. And Daisy's here celebrating with him. And Tammy. We got 3 villagers, guys. Look at this. And I'm all dressed up. Oh, there's Pietro. All right, we'll let that play one more time. That was kind of fun to watch. So this is Audie's house over here to the right. We moved the Able sisters over here by the river. And we got our boy Pietro singing. Guys, I customized all of my feathers to rainbow feathers. And this is what I created. I created the Pave Festival event. This is where the Able Sisters used to be, up by the airport on the West Side Beach. This was here for quite a while, actually. It was really pretty at nighttime, guys. Oh my God, it was lit up so nice. It was so, so nice. Hard to kind of maneuver through. It was really hard to kind of walk around in that area, but it was really nice. And the Able guys, I'm still really proud of this, guys. Like I actually, like when I got done building this, like right along the river with the Able sisters and then the birch wood, hardwood items and the Grand Union branding sign. And we got the little, I think that's the Japanese cherry blossom picnic set on the ground. There's the little windflower over to the very far right. It's like the windflower fan in front of the tree. Like this, like when I got done doing this, like I just kind of looked at it and was like, I actually put this together all by myself. Like, I wasn't inspired by any photos. It was just something that I actually put together. And I couldn't believe that I did that myself. I'm still really impressed with it. It's very harmonious. Like, it just kind of looks nice. It doesn't look like a hot train wreck. We're trying over here, guys. We're trying. We're trying. We got the little stone fence in front of Nook's Cranny. That's because behind the stone fence is the, I think I put the wrought iron tables and chairs there that used to be in front of resident services. These are over here now, and I think I have a pie on one and a cup and saucer on the other, so you can kind of sit down and eat in front of Nook's Cranny. Are we having another? Is this the fireworks event? Because it certainly isn't New Year's. This must be the August fireworks. Oh, guys. Guys, we have a Curlo sighting. And Filbert, too. There he is, guys. So this is August 29th of 2021. Yeah, so he's been on Grand Union for about 2 years, guys. And Eric has moved on to the island. And Rosie and Eric are living on the... Oh my God, guys, look at him playing with fire. I think that's why I took this picture. And Curlos is supervising. Of course you're supervising, Curlos. Oh my gosh. So we have our boy Lopez hiding in amongst the trees. We have Rosie, Eric, and Curlos. That was a great group of villagers. I had some amazing villagers on Grand Union. Oh my God, guys, look at the fire. I'm surprised resident services didn't burn down that night. And now they have a barbecue grill. Guys, have you ever seen the barbecue grill out at resident services? I have only seen it like just a couple times. Like you run by and they're randomly like barbecuing. It's like, can't you do that in front of your house? Why are you like out here barbecuing? So we have Rosie and Eric doing their little veggie kebabs. I always love the nighttime view. All right. Oh, guys, take a look at this. So this is Harv's Island. This is prior to 2.0. So this is what the island looked like with just the photo studio. Photopia. And again, we have another New Year's event. So this year we have the top hat, where last year we had like a little party hat. Kurt came to my house for a visit. Grand Union is once again under construction. I got my little hat on, guys. All right, guys, so this is where we built that upper level behind the resident services. And we put the fencing with the purple flowers around resident services. So this is kind of what I remember Grand Union being like. This is like what is in my mind when I think of my island. So we have Eric and Pearl. We have Dom and Rosie. There is myself and Curlos hanging out watching the sunset together. That's a good photo of us. That's definitely a good photo. Guys, look at that sunset. That is just amazing. With the sky darkening in the background. The sun sets off in the distance. We have Tom Nook and Isabel. Guys, the flowers were getting out of control on the island. Look at the amount of flowers. I think it's going to be higher. I got an essay set from Curlos. My God, he was still calling me Shirley. Oh, guys, we were dancing together. All right, we got, oh my God, guys, we got the Sheep Boys hanging out together. Dom, Curlos, and Eric all exercising. Guys, it's like the Red Gang. The Red Gang here on Grand Union. Well, I mean, it makes sense. The red dot. We got the Red Gang, Grand Union. They're wearing the branding colors, guys. What can I say? Guys, look at the flowers. Oh my gosh. So guys, when you ask why I decided to come out with that transparent ground cover, that was why. Because every time it rained, it was so miserable. Like there'd be 900,000 flowers everywhere. Sorry, guys. So we got our boy Curlos, and we have Eric here hanging out. Guys, take a look at Curlos. Look at him living his best life. How can you not like that little sheep? Look at him. I actually really love the Pave event. I love the music. I love all the little feathers flying around that you have to catch. Which I think that's what I'm looking for right now. I think we were in the process of getting ready to move the, I think we were in the process of getting ready to move the Able Sisters. I had just finished doing the Zen Garden back there, the Sunken Zen Garden. Oh my God, look at Dom dancing. Oh my gosh. Construction continues on Grand Union. I got my construction gear on. Oh, I'm giving him a gift, guys. What did I give you? Oh, I gave him a fossil. What a surprise. Oh, yes, guys. I was smart enough to be able to remember to hit the circle button to actually record this as a video. But this was when I actually got Curlo's photo. Oh my God, guys, I was so excited. So guys, at this point, I still did not have Nintendo Online. So like, this was like the legit Curlos photo after like badgering him with gifts after gift after gift. And guys, obviously you remember this. Nook's Cranny moved up front. We have our little seating area. I was really proud of how this island had come out. This really came together really, really nice. You know, it's kind of like each area like was very well thought out and had like its own little story. And that was kind of what I was going for. It was like as you move like through the island, like each section is like kind of specific to, You got resident services, you have like the phone booth and the mailbox area. Then you come over here to the little like espresso bar cafe area. There's a meadow off in the background where you can walk around and check out the flowers. And then off to the right is like a playground. And then there's the villager neighborhood, which, guys, I have to say, I really enjoyed having the villager neighborhood. And what a surprise, guys, it's raining again. This must be my boy's birthday. Check it out. Carlos and Eric hanging out, having a birthday party together. There he is, the man of the hour. There's our boy Eric. Oh my God, look at that face. How can you not love that villager? Look at him. Look at how happy he is, guys. Look at that face, guys. He's like, here I am, seller. Hey, guys, he's got his little fancy outfit on. He's got a little fancy outfit on, guys. Like a little shirt and tie, a little vest. It's my birthday, so I reserve the right to give an emotional speech before anyone leaves. Oh, and guys, here is my other favorite normal villager, Stella. And in the background, guys, Stella actually got the Reese and Cyrus plate because she attended the anniversary party. So I think probably the next couple pictures will be of Reese and Cyrus on the island. But this was her house, guys. I really enjoyed having her on Grand Union. She was amazing. Oh, and there's Carlos and Stella sitting next to each other. There's Eric. Let's see. Olivia and myself are sitting next to each other. And then we have Kurt and Lopez. We have Blue Bear and Dom over at the other table. And then, of course, Cyrus and Reese at the head table. So Blue Bear had arrived on the island at this point. She was a great peppy villager. My gosh, guys, this is so funny. I really had kind of wanted to get this for Bluestone this year, but I didn't play the game enough to unlock the anniversary party. That's all right. I have it here on video. There's Blue Bear and Dom over here on the left. That's very cool. Rosie is apparently playing the drums, which I thought was kind of cool, so we did a recording of that. We have Stella off to the right with her little flower umbrella. And Curlo's house is over here on the left. And we have Kurt singing to myself and Blue Bear and Curlo's. Oh, Kurt. You caused me so much headaches. I can't even tell you. That's my new house, guys. I'm sure a lot of you remember this house. And where are we flying to? Are we flying home? From somewhere? We are, guys. So there is this sunken Zen garden. This sits right behind resident services. And I think this was coming home on in August, so this was one of the fireworks events that was going off. And then I think we're flying home probably in the daytime, if I remember correctly. So there's the island during the day. And guys, if you have not yet visited Grand Union, here is the dream address, which interestingly, guys, will this dream address still continue to work once I delete the island? That's the question, guys. Can you still visit Grand Union? So the dream address is 9053 5138 8264. That looks about right. That looks about right, guys. The elephant villages are definitely underrated, for sure, Swift Silver. Hey, Springtron, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. I have heard a little bit from Pat about, I have heard from Pat regarding the upcoming event. There's going to be 4 different scenarios that you can pick from, and you do kind of need the other players um, playing a different scenario than yourself to be able to progress through the game, which will be kind of cool. And the big thing will be there's going to be no time traveling and no happy home paradise. That's about all I can really share at this point. The rules are pretty in depth, but they're well laid out, so it's going to be very similar to hard mode. Very similar, but just like different outlines. It's very well thought out how it came together. Sorry it took me a few minutes, guys, to come back and look at the comments. But I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for all the thumbs up, too. Guys, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We'll be moving forward with a new Animal Crossing content, live streaming the new Nintentalk ACNH Rags to Riches gameplay. Guys, 2.0 has arrived. We finally have stretching on the island. Little Chucky is stretching. We have Orville, Celeste, myself, and Isabel. We have Wilbur. In the back row, we have Tammy, Kurt. We have Blathers visiting, as well as Curlos. There we are. Oh, you're welcome, Springtron. No worries. No worries. Sorry it took me a few minutes to see your comment. I'm glad you're still here. All right, so we have the Grand Union branding guys here right by the airport. Sure, a lot of you remember that if you visited the island. Oh, guys, this is over at my buddy's island. So he calls himself John in Animal Crossing, but it's my buddy Brad from Australia. So when you hear me talk about Brad, this is actually his island. And his island's name is Jameson. He didn't like it when the villagers started wanting to move off the island. He didn't realize that he could let the villagers stay, and he ended up, after a while, not playing. So, which is kind of unfortunate because he did such a good job, like decorating and setting the island up. He wasn't a huge fan of decorating the island either. So, which that's kind of a big part of playing the game. But this is his island, Jameson. And this was kind of if you flip this island map around, it basically is like the river mouths line up where the river mouths line up on Grand Union. So the secret beaches in the back in the center, I have a west-facing river mouth and then a southeast-facing river mouth, and then my airport's over on the west side of the island. So basically, his island map was pretty much um, was kind of like the layout that I was going to be going for on Grand Union, and I just kind of lost steam. I actually was kind of more focused on Bluestone. It's hard to do two islands, guys. It really is. Working and then also doing two islands. It's tough. Hey, Springtron, thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. I got a lot of cool videos you can go back and check out if you're into amiibo card openings. That's actually how I started my channel, was just opening up amiibo cards. I did that, and I have a ton of birthday shorts. So every day you'll experience the new villagers, whoever the villager is for the day, their birthday shout out, and we pretty much do mostly streaming for the most part. I don't do as many videos as I used to. Before I had Nintendo Online, I just did exclusively videos. But starting this year in 2023, I started live streaming. Okay, so that's my boy Brad and myself hanging out. Got a little blue balloons. We were doing some fishing over here. Brad was not happy with the purple jumper that Sterling gave him. He actually he actually mailed it to me. So guys, if you remember seeing this purple jumper, I think I had it on display in the back room behind the big center room when you walk into the house. When you walk straight back to that back room, it was kind of had orange psychedelic wallpaper. And I think it had like a leather couch and a computer chair. That was in there on display, if I remember correctly. And that was from him. So, although I don't think the dream address captured that, because that was after the dream address. Anyways, that is actually where I put that on display. That's funny. But I took a couple pictures of it because he was wearing it. He was so mad. Afterwards I sent him the picture. He's like, "You took a picture of me wearing that?" I was like, "Yep, I did." All right, so John is arriving here on Grand Union. So we're going to hang out together here on Grand Union. That was a lot of fun that night. I think it was one of like the first time I had somebody over on my island. So it was definitely really cool. Yeah, so that room back there behind us is where I had that purple outfit set up on a mannequin. Of course, I got my boy Curlos in the background. Gotta have his picture front and center. And we're hanging out by the campsite, getting ready to toast some marshmallows. Hey, Damo, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. All right, we're over by Kurt's house, guys. And this is the memorial area, guys. And so for those of you that don't know, that picture is actually my mom in the background. That's kind of a memorial to her. And Brad was pretty excited to be able to sit in front of the camera, in front of all the Grand Union branding stuff. And I never talked to Captain, guys, so I never had to go on a boat tour and find Brewster. So Grand Union never actually got to experience the Roost. They only just experienced my espresso bar. And Brad's getting tired, so he's getting ready to head home. He is leaving. And I think this is the next time I went over to his island. I think this is the flyover. I just wanted to make sure I save these. That way I can look back on them. I thought he did a good job decorating his island. This is his house here. His flowers are starting to get out of control, which is typical. Once you start planting flowers, they just kind of go crazy. And this is his island. He's got more villagers. And then back here on my island again, it's evening time. I love this shot at nighttime with the Nook's Cranny. I love the windows all lit up at night with the displays. Oh, I guess I was probably waiting for John to leave. Or Brad. My friend Brad goes by John on Animal Crossing. All right, we're hanging out on the beach with my Halloween stuff. And this is all of my villager photos here on the wall. We're hanging out in front of Kurt's house. I think this was right at Halloween time. As I can see, I have all of my decorations. It's a nighttime flyover of his island. 7:05 at night. I know it's supposed to be nice and cool tonight. I can't wait to open up my windows. All right, so we're hanging out on the swing. Oh, he got Lopez on his island. Guys, he was so excited when Lopez came to his island. And I think this is when he was expanding his Nook's Cranny. Oh, guys, do we recognize this guy here? I had the famous Alexi Giovanni from Anthea over here on my island. I think this is when he did a video tour on one of his live streams. He kind of ran around and checked out my island. So that was very cool. And it is now Halloween time here. I got my boy Curlos wearing his little devil outfit. Oh my gosh, guys, and it's Turkey Day again. But the good thing with Turkey Day this year, we got Curlos and we got Dom. And then we have Christmas time. It was funny too, guys. I did not like this. I didn't like this Christmas set. I thought it was very garish. But when you actually put it all together and at nighttime, it's actually really pretty. It looks so nice with all the red and yellow flowers and being right in front of Nook's Cranny. It looked really good there. Let's see, we got Dom, we got Eric, and we have Shino. Shino is an autofill on my island, and she actually came from Alexi's island on Anthea. So that was pretty exciting. So when she came to the island, she knew me from visiting Anthea. They're hanging out. Guys, they're randomly having like a little bonfire on the plaza. I was like, guys, what are you doing? And here's to another banner year on Grand Union for all of us. So if I remember correctly, this was 2023. All right, so we have Lopez and Tammy and Kurt, Dom, Eric, Kurlos. And then after Kurlos is when the villagers start changing. So right now I have Bluebear, Daisy, Renee, and Shino. And all four of them have since left the island. I think Shino and Renee are still there, but Daisy and Bluebear end up leaving. Guys, you probably recognize this photo here from the birthday celebrations. Kurlos was visiting. He really appreciated seeing his little photo that he gave me, sitting on my little nightstand. He was happy about that. I think he's just getting ready to leave. And we see KK, Kurlos at the KK concert. There he is showing off, guys. What a ham for the camera. Guys, how can you not love Kurlos? Guys. Hard mode is starting. I had my little police outfit on. I was going to be the hard mode police officer. So at this point, that's January 13th. So I started January 14th on, that was my first official live stream of hard mode. And so this was my last time on Grand Union for a while. And then I came back, I'm not exactly sure when I came back, but I had actually come back and visited with Kurlos because I was missing him pretty bad. Fortunately, we have him on Bluestone now, but I was missing him pretty bad. And this, guys, is the final photo from Grand Union. Very appropriate. This is out on the back ledge, on the flat ledge on the back of the island, guys. I had moved all of the Grand Union branding back here when I was getting ready to flatten the island. And it had been so long since I had visited the island that Chuck grew a beard. So he's just kind of sitting here, hanging out, waiting for me to come back to play the game. And instead, I kind of went full force on Bluestone and put Grand Union on the back burner. And it's really hard to kind of come back to Grand Union, guys. It's there's no rules with Grand Union, and no, it's just different. It's just different. I've gotten used to playing with a set of parameters and a set of goals kind of put in place where really there aren't any goals per se on Grand Union. You can just do whatever you want. So if you want to just do it as a decorating game, then you're good to go. He did. Look at the big beard. You're back on your PC, Damo? So, but yeah, this is the final photo, guys. 337 screenshot and videos. This is the story of Grand Union, guys. And just think, it all started with this one right here. Back in the beginning, with Sheldon and Paula as my starter villagers. Well, it definitely was a lot of fun. Well, guys, it is 1 o'clock in the morning here for me, and Grand Union is now officially been put to rest. So today, later on today, it's Friday for me, guys. So Friday the 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern, Pat is going to be dropping the information for the ACNH Rags to Riches, created by Nintentalk. So make sure to tune into the Nintentalk channel. Pat created this really pretty in-depth. It's a lot. It's going to be, guys, I'm not going to kid you. It's going to be a lot to take in. It's going to be a lot to take in, a lot to process, but it's nice because there's going to be options and different things that you can choose to do. And I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. What's interesting is I don't think you're going to be able to speed through it. So if you think you're just going to like time travel and like grind it out, you're going to be burning yourself out. You're definitely going to be burning yourself out. So, but I look forward to everybody's. I can't wait to see what everybody thinks about um, the new rules and everything that's going to be coming out. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I wasn't going to get rid of Grand Union. I was just going to kind of not be part of the Rags to Riches bandwagon. I was just going to kind of continue to play Bluestone. But it's just going to be, guys, it's just going to be too much fun to not participate in it. So it's going to be worth, deleting Grand Union, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. So guys, hopefully I'll see you overall on Pat's channel at 4 o'clock. I don't know if he's doing a live. I don't know if he's going to be doing like a live video, or if he's going to be doing he's probably going to be doing a premiere if I remember correctly. So anyways, guys, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Let me just check. You just got back. You've been doing a course all week, JMO? Oh, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. It's going to be tomorrow at 6 a.m. Guy, Damo, that's a way to wake up in the morning. You'll wake up at 6 a.m. and you're going to have all the info. Oh, you're welcome, Sassy. Yeah, exactly, Angel Kitty. I know you're in the same time zone as me, so it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, I'm glad I laid down and took a nap this afternoon. I kind of figured I was going to either be doing a video or a live stream tonight, so I'm kind of glad I took a nap. And Ernie's going to be going for it. Nice, Ernie. Hey, Elegant Garbage, how are you? Thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate it. Oh, you are welcome. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Well, Angel Kitty, I think it's definitely going to be some good content with Rags to Riches. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll be glad that you're going to hang out and cheer me on. And it's 11 o'clock at night for you, Ernie? All right, guys. Well, I am going to call it a night. Thank you so much. I'm so used to like having like a little Chucky on the screen to like wave goodbye. But I guess until tomorrow, guys, we'll be picking a new island map and starting off a new island tomorrow night. So I look forward. Hopefully, you guys will be able to tune in. I would assume if the stream is going to be at 4 o'clock on Friday Eastern time, I would say probably about 6 o'clock for me tomorrow night will be when I actually start. And we'll just go for what I'll try to do, guys, is I'll try to pick out the map and get like the initial start of the island done, at least up until when I go to sleep in the tent. Go to sleep in the tent and wake up the next day. As soon as I get the game so that it syncs with like real time, that's going to be our first episode tomorrow. So it's just going to be something, it'll be something really quick and, well, not quick and easy, but just a couple of hours. I don't want to be trying to grind out like 5 hours like I did on Bluestone because that was pretty intense in the beginning. So we'll take it a little bit slower. We don't have to push through it in 3 days. So, all right, guys. Thanks so much for the hearts. I appreciate it. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Guys, if you are new here and just tuning in for the first time, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And thank you to everybody that stayed up and hung out with me tonight. And thank you to everybody that is watching this on the replay later on. All right, guys. Take care, and we'll talk to you all soon. Good night, guys.